she's coming back. And he is too. But together, for the third time in a row, there's definitely more to this than mere coincidence. Yes, friends, you heard it right. Hande Erçel and Barış Arduç are back on screen together. This is no longer just a couple, it's a duo seemingly destined to make us hold our breath in front of our screens time and time again. This time, it's on national television in the remake of the Korean drama Queen of Tears. And if you're feeling a slight thrill, you're not alone. This news sounds like a trailer for a grand return. The project is being created by two powerful production forces, O3 Media and Das Production. This means we're in for more than just a series. We're looking at a sweeping drama filled with deep emotions, visual splendor, and possibly scenes we'll want to rewatch over and over again. It will be broadcast on the ATV channel, which means prime time, a large audience, and likely top ratings. The plot? Friends, this isn't a tale of love at first sight. It's about a love that once was but has lost its flavor. It's about a marriage that's falling apart and the people trying not to drown in a whirlpool of grievances, silence, memories, and perhaps still lingering hope. The main characters are a couple whose feelings have faded into the past. They are drifting further apart. And then comes the moment everything changes. The very event that turns their lives upside down occurs. But will they return to each other? Or will they destroy everything once and for all? This is the story entrusted to Hande and Barış. And let's be honest, who better than them to handle it? They are already being dubbed the on-screen chemistry of the decade. Their scenes are not just acting, they are magic. When a glance speaks louder than dialogue, and a pause resonates more than any confession. What's particularly intriguing is that this is the third project together. This is no longer just an experiment, it's a pattern, a tandem that grows stronger with each new work. Which means viewers once again have the chance to witness that magic that happens when two people who know how to captivate millions come together on set. Filming will begin very soon. The channel is already preparing. The production team is assembling sets, finalizing locations, and working to ensure that each scene hits right at the heart. And we, in turn, are waiting. We're looking at the first photos from the set, following the news, and of course, already choosing who we'll root for. For him? For her? Or for that love that may still be alive? What do you think? Will this drama become a new milestone for Hande and Barış? Will they not just play roles, but tell a story that will be talked about for years to come? Share your thoughts in the comments. Because even though the series is just starting, the conversation about it is already in full swing. But as they say, if you thought that was all, you were mistaken. Because Hande Erçel and Barış Arduç are not only preparing for a new joint project, but they are also already making their mark on the international stage. And they're doing it beautifully through the Syrian Camp Festival, which will take place on June 5th in Cologne. Yes, you heard that right. They will be back on stage together. But this time, not as characters from a new series, but as representatives of Turkish drama on a global level. At this festival, the first two episodes of the series, Remember Love, will be screened. A project that has already generated buzz and become a topic of discussion among fans and critics alike. It seems that this project is said to be the bridge between local success and international recognition. And it's not just about the screening of 2 episodes. The director Özgür Önume and the screenwriter Ahmet Vatan will also be present, which means that viewers can expect not just a viewing, but a true exclusive. Discussions, behind the scenes stories, answers to questions, and perhaps revelations that will forever change the perception of the series. Imagine a cozy hall, cinematic lighting, an atmosphere of anticipation, and suddenly, on the screen, Handa and Barish in a new story, in new roles, but with the same magnetism that millions adore. Those very eyes in which an entire scene unfolds, those very dialogues where real emotions lie between the lines. The Syrian Camp Festival is not just another premiere. It is a platform where Turkish television asserts itself as a global event. And the fact that Hunter and Barish have been entrusted with this presentation further emphasizes their status as not just stars, but ambassadors of an entire industry. And this is no coincidence, because when this duo appears on screen, viewers do not just watch, they feel, they live through it. And if you think you've seen it all, wait until June 5th, because Remember Love could become not just a series, but a new starting point for the genre, for the viewers, for each of their careers. So, friends, let's set our reminders, adjust our VPNs, or simply cross our fingers that this magnificence reaches our screens as soon as possible. Because sometimes television is not just entertainment, it is art. And Remember Love could be its testament. And yet, how did it all begin? How did it happen that a film, which was supposed to be just a beautiful love story, suddenly grew into a full-scale series, complete with a premiere, discussions, fan theories, and, of course, genuine excitement? Not because the producers decided so, not because the format works better, but because this story couldn't fit into 2 hours. It became too much. Too many feelings, hints, pauses, glances, all the things that make love real. The project Remember Love, featuring Barish Artuch and Hande Erçel, turned into a series. Yes, a series. And it was the right decision. It all started, as it often does, with a light romantic idea. A film, two well-known faces, the Disney Plus platform. But when the script was read internally, something clicked. This was not just a story about two lovers, it was a story of a state of being, a story of longing, loss, rebirth, and it couldn't be squeezed into a standard hour and a half. It's not just dialogue, it's an entire life between the words. It's not merely a scene on a bench, it's all the pain that sits within us for years. You know what we thought? I can't recall a single film from platforms that lingered in my mind for long. Yes, they're pleasant, yes, they're beautiful, but they don't stick. But series? Series! They're like an old letter. You read it again, you return to it, you quote it. It's a story you live with for a week, two, a month. It's an emotional anchor that keeps you glued to the screen in the evening and doesn't let go even after the credits roll. So when Disney Plus decided, no, we're not making a film, we're making a series, it wasn't just a marketing move. It was an acknowledgement. An acknowledgement that the story deserves more. And the couple deserves more. Because Ardush and Ershil are not just beautiful actors. They are people whose chemistry flows through their veins. They are a couple whose every silence speaks louder than words. This isn't just acting, it's electricity. We've seen the footage, the behind-the-scenes photos, we've heard the lines. And you know what's especially nice? There's no falseness in this story. It doesn't scream, look how we love. It's simply life. Sometimes tender, sometimes prickly, sometimes frightening. Just like it is for all of us. Hande has shared behind-the-scenes footage from yet another project. Leave It to the Wind? And there, She's someone else. Mature, authentic. I don't know what's happening with her, but it feels like the actress has finally blossomed. Not as the girl from the poster, but as a woman who can hold attention with just one glance. And beside her is Barish, her opposite, her balance, her calm and storm all at once. So, yes, friends, the film has become a series, and thank goodness for that, because it means we are in for not just another project, we are in for an experience, we are in for an emotional journey, without gloss, without pretense, with pauses, with silence, with moments in which we recognize ourselves. And if you're still unsure whether to anticipate it, let me be clear. You should. Because remember, love is not a series about love. It's a series about what happens when we forget how to love. And then, suddenly remember, at the most unexpected moment, in the simplest gesture, in someone else's breath. So get ready. This is not a story for one evening. This is a story that will stay with you. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because here, every piece of news turns into a mini series. Every actor's glance is examined under a microscope, and every rustle behind the scenes is already a reason for analysis. Subscribing is like getting a front row ticket to the premiere. More convenient, closer, more emotional. And if Barish and Hande happen to appear together on screen again, you'll definitely be the first to know.